Hi, this is Vinney Chopra. Thank you for again joining on my podcast, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. As you know, I wrote that book, which is a top seller in Amazon. Internationally also got a lot of acclaim, reviews and all. And this podcast is about syndication, about commercial investing. I like to bring great guests for you and dig into their story, their successes, and find out some nuggets from them so that you could really enjoy them and learn from them and then implement them. Hi guys, this is Vinney Chopra again. Hey, I hope you're liking the content that we are bringing out in different channels. And as some of you know, or you follow me, I've written that book, The Apartment Syndication Made Easy. And this is a podcast sequel to that. I started about 3 years back, and we're having lots and lots of fun from the book also. And also the podcast, the guests are amazing. Then my second book got expanded, by the way, brand new, hardback, both of them. And it's double the size now, actually. And my third book is also coming, it's taken me a long time. I apologize. And that's the senior living investing made easy, which is the silver tsunami going through. But if you like the content, give us 5-star reviews. And I like to read every review and, give the written comments, also share, like, and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate and today we have a great show for you. Great. My good friend, Karlene Rose is in the house. We're going to hang out together. She's in LA. I'm in San Francisco area, Bay Area, Danville, California, Blackhawk. And we're going to talk about billionaire mindset. Cultivating a wealthy mindset. We're going to talk about that. Generational wealth, generating passive income around syndications and other real estate investment strategies. We're going to talk about it. Actually, our guest, Karlene Rose, she goes by Rose, has a Legacy Creator Academy. We're going to talk about that. She also has a youth academy. So all the adults, please watch and listen to us towards the end and all the way. Usually our episodes are cut into 2 or 3 pieces because we give you 20 minutes at a time kind of thing, or 18 minutes at a time. So we'll talk about the Youth Academy also, the importance of teaching our youth financial literacy and how we can create wealth early through real estate investing. So we are really passionate about those subjects. She and I are both, and also mind, body, and soul, spirit. We're going to talk about that. So you're in for a big treat. Let me introduce my guest, my good friend, Karlene. She's a native of Brooklyn, New York. Hey, my New York friends over there. Yay. And she has worked in the real estate industry for over 24 years, not one ever to back down from a challenge. That's what I have come to know her. She's got great spirit, everlasting perseverance, positivity. I mean, you name it. She's got it all. And she directs her courageousness, creativity, and commitment to her businesses that she has started. She's gone from New York to Bay Area, where I live, right here, and now LA. She lives there, and Karlene brings the flavor everywhere she goes. And after 24 years, Karlene has decided it's time to stop playing safe. I love that. We need to live on the edge. We got to. You only take risks and the rewards come. You take calculated risks and more rewards come. So we're going to talk about all that. She went from, made a jump from property management to added value investment management. Her current book of business ranges from developers, construction, and management companies. A lot of you are probably listening. You are in that span 10 US markets, not just one in the California, but 10 all over, with over 170,000 units. 170,000 units, over 2 billion plus in assets. Karlene, I'm so privileged to have you. I'm so glad. So tell our audience, your humble beginnings and how you got started, and we'll dig into all these topics today.
Yeah. So, well, first of all, Vinney, thank you so much for having me. I absolutely think that I have the best time when I'm with you. You are just the premier Positivity into Profitability couldn't have been a better book for you to write, along with all the others. You bring light and joy wherever you go, and that follows you in every aspect of your life. So I'm always honored and enjoy. Like, you could literally ask me to do a podcast at 1 a.m. and I would get up and do it with you, because you bring the flavor, right? So thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm ready to just jump right in. So my name is Karlene. I say Karlene Rose because I like to add the little rose at the end for cuteness. And so my career started actually at 14 years old.
Wow.
And so at 14, my cousin, who was 16, works for a broker, Century 21 Real Estate. We all remember Century 21.
Yep.
And she told the broker that she had a cousin who was also 16, which was a lie, by the way. So Greg, if you're watching, I really wasn't 16. And she said my cousin would really like a job. So he met me. We loved each other, and I worked at the front desk. Okay, so I'm kind of like giving away my age, whatever. We're ageless and timeless.
Yes.
And I literally answered the phones. I placed ads in the newspaper. Remember those?
Yep.
And I would move up the realtors on the little buyer's board. So like as a call would come in, it would go to realtor A, and then they got that call and I would go to the next one. Like, that's how funny, right? Like, now we think about where we are today, technology wise. That was my first job. My first job was in real estate, technically. And that I just felt an energy there. I was literally 14 years old and I felt an energy there. And I started to go out with the real estate agents. They would take me out on jobs and I would meet the prospects and introduce myself to people. And I loved it. And no one could believe I was, they thought I was 16, but they couldn't believe I was 16. Right. So imagine I was 14.
Yeah.
So that kind of started my path. I did become a realtor in New York City. I did carry a real estate license in New York City. And I did.
Hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my apartment syndication made easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you. Yeah.
So that kind of started my path. I did become a realtor in New York City. I did carry a real estate license in New York City. And I did a variety of work. I've always considered myself an entrepreneur. Like, I would have visions at a very young age of businesses I wanted to create and companies I wanted to create. And I would tell people and they would be like, "You're crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, nobody's going to want that. Nobody's going to want to do that." The typical who were around, how they say,
I call them.
The naysayers, and who you're around.
They don't take risks, and they let other people close to them dampen their enthusiasm, their commitments, their vision, they really are bad influence. Sorry.
Right. I mean, it's crazy to me when I think about it. I think I froze a little bit, but you can hear my voice. So my whole journey has been an exploration of where do I fit in and who's going to understand my brain, like, and how my brain works and my visions work.
Yep.
And I ended up in San Jose, California, by you, Vinney, not far from
Silicon
you.
Valley.
Yeah.
Well, melting now. I say it's become a venture capitalist country now over here.
Okay, exactly. And when I was in San Jose, I actually was introduced to event planning, and I had done some event planning back in New York. I created an event planning company called Event A Vision Productions.
Wow.
So I don't remember how old I was. I was pretty young, and I had $500 to my name.
Oh my gosh.
I started this business and I decided I was only going to work with all the Fortune 500 companies. So I would get on the phone and I would call Silicon Graphics and Sun Microsystems and LSI Logic, and I would introduce myself. And guess what? I started planning these massive events for them. African safaris, the Black Hawk Museum near you. We did a huge
walking distance.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my God, this is right up my alley. Production, putting the pieces of everything together. And then I stumbled back into real estate, and I got all back into multifamily. And I literally started working my way from a leasing manager to a property manager in less than a year, to an asset manager, working in the corporate office, working with the owners, working with the investors, helping them find value that they could add to their properties, understanding all the ABCs backwards and forwards of property management, mainly on properties that were over 500-600 units. So I'm not talking mom and pop.
No.
I'm talking big, huge multifamily apartment communities.
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of respect for you, because we have gone through over the 14 years, Karlene, having the leasing agents, maintenance people, regional managers and community managers, asset managers, how hard they work. I can just imagine how it'll be even harder with larger units, by 100 units, 200, 300, you're saying 400, 500 units.
And more. To the thousands. So I literally could, in my mind, I could close my eyes and 100 units would be like nothing to manage. Now, am I downplaying management? No, because like you said, Vinney, it is one of the most misunderstood positions, because when you're in a position like that, you have to remember, guys, your property managers, they're dealing with the people that are living there, and everything happens in somebody's home.
That's right.
Life, death, marriage, divorce, celebrations, birthdays. I mean, everything happens in someone's home. So it's the most personal business to be in.
Yes.
And when you're in that field, you are wearing every hat underneath the sun. I mean, I have plunged toilet bowls.
Look at that.
Literally, I have plunged toilet bowls. Even as an asset manager visiting a site, I've picked up this junk on the floor that I've seen. Like, it's just like you do what you have to do, because something I had learned, I actually had Disney training on customer service.
That's number one. I mean, what a tremendous training. That is very elaborate and very detailed. It's the experience. And that's what we are giving. We are giving our residents great experience so that they could tell their relatives, their friends, their people at work. I remember we used to give $350 coupon, I think, like a resident referral card. I remember Monica, our daughter, had designed, and we would do it on our communities. At the peak, we had 135 full-time, our team members at all the different properties and all. So that's so wonderful. So from there, you took a plunge. You said, you know what? I want to get on the other side. So tell us about that.
So I just started kind of exploring next steps for me. And again, the entrepreneurial energy was just raging, right? Like wanting to create things without anybody telling me if it was going to be okay or not. Yeah. So I started Turnkey in 2017, and Turnkey is an add value company that basically, to put it in a nutshell, it's a one call does it all. Wow. So like Vinney, if you called me and you said, can you go out to some of our properties? I need you to walk them. I want you to put your detailed eye. Mm-hmm. Tell me what we could be doing to earn more money. Tell me how we could connect this with that. What do you think of the property management company? We could do things like that. I've also had owners tell me, can you help us raise money? We're looking at going into Jersey, mm-hmm. and we want to buy we're looking at a property for $640 million and we're 10 million short.
Oh, wow.
Can you make some connections for us? Can you assist us in raising the capital? Mm-hmm. Then we do renovations, like even just, can you come out and we have 300 units. We want to renovate all the interiors on natural turn. They're not throwing any, I don't want to say throwing anybody out, but they're not forcing anybody to move to do,
when the renovation expire or when the units become empty, then you are able to do the turn and not lose. You're right.
Right. And soup to nut turn, like brand new cabinets, quartz, flooring, walls, blinds, everything. Mm-hmm. We've even done exterior renovations for clients that, are in amazing areas like Los Feliz in LA or Silver Lake. There's a lot of beautiful mid-century buildings, and many of them are very old, but you want to keep the integrity of the building. So we have a design service that we partner with, and we will bring them in and we will work on the lookbook and create whatever the look is. So we had one owner who was like, but I love Tuscany, but it was a mid-century building, and mid-century is everlasting. Yeah. So we fused the Tuscany into the mid-century and still kept the integrity of the original architecture, and the building's just stunning. We put the Spanish tiling on the stair risers going up to all the doors of the units. I mean, just the black, beautiful fountain in the center of the community. Just really beautiful, beautiful stuff. And all stuff that creates value, because as you do those things, I know your listeners you have a lot of very advanced listeners, but those things do make a difference and they add value, and you can increase rent.
Yes. And NOI, consequently, it increases the NOI with the compression of the cap rate, which we are seeing like nobody's business right now. I cannot believe. And I want to just interject there. We bought property for $35 million near to the Domain in Austin, Texas. Mm-hmm. As everybody knows, Austin is growing like crazy. We just decided after not even 2 years back, we bought it in the COVID, September 2020, and brokers tell us we can sell for $58 million. We just bought for $35 million. So compression of the cap rate and increasing of the NOI brings the value so quickly, so high. Yes. Especially the compression, which is happening in many major cities now. Of course, Dallas has been there all the time, but now with Austin and Raleigh-Durham, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how low the cap rates are with C+ and B- properties there.
Yeah.
So take us then, take me into the billionaire mindset.
Okay, yeah. So we've created all these different opportunities, and we've created all these ways of, helping our clients, like make millions and billions of dollars, And so what started to happen was, the work that I've done throughout my life, aside from like the actual work where you earn money, has been self-work.
I see. Yeah.
And I started doing self-work at an abnormally young age. And I say abnormal because I think I was 8 when I found a book in our house about leadership and transformation.
Wow. Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name, but it was a blue paperback.
Oh, wow.
And I started reading it, and really questioning what all the things in the book meant. So I started to ask my Aunt Rose, that's where the rose comes from. I said, what is mindset? What does that mean? And, my aunt back in the day, for a woman, she was a very independent woman and she was a millionaire.
Oh, wow.
And she became a millionaire on her own through her work and through real estate investing.
Oh, wow.
And my grandparents who came here from Italy also